Central umpires are Mark Osborne and Phil Dower. The boundary umpire Roy Lawrence and Alan Werribee. The goals are Harold Gilson and Clive Rawlings. Werribee Central's playing amateurs. Amateurs have gone through to the grand final directly from the second semi. Werribee Centrals have had to beat Belpost Still here last week to earn the right to play here against the amateur side today. We've had a little bit of rain here this morning during the under-17 game, but the ground is in tip-top condition, so neither side has got an advantage as far as the surface of the ground is concerned. It's not going to help the mud runners because it's in perfect condition, as I said. The amateurs just breaking up over there on the other side, Werribee Central's moving into their positions. As I said before, this production is being brought to you by Guest Productions. PO Box 1561 Geelong, phone 430653 to order your copies of this game or any other game that you might be interested in. The grand final of the seniors being done later on here this afternoon. We welcome Paul Harrison on camera this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Barry Walker.
And
Heather.
And on the keyboard we have Heather Bellins helping out until Ron and Noel turn up here this afternoon.
Was Ronnie Brady had a big night, has he?
No, he's been doing a junior grand final over at Thompson this morning.
Right.
I think the Newtown under 13s, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's where they went this morning.
Okay.
Right now, we're nearly ready for business here this afternoon. The umpires taking their respective positions, both sides lining up. We have Werribee Central kicking to the north end of the ground and amateurs kicking towards the city end.
This could be a fairly fiery game, I've been tipped off, Barry.
Have you?
Yeah.
We got the umpire Phil Dower, is it, in the centre with the ball. There's the siren to commence this, the grand final of the reserve grade GDFL Division 1. The bounce of the ball, a lovely bounce in the ball. Amateurs get the first tap, they thump it forward, but Werribee Centrals pick it up and kick it forward through the agency there of Mick Foster. He kicks the ball down towards the centre half forward. Amateurs coming out of defence strongly. Scrambly play at the moment. The umpires are letting it go at the moment, but we'll move in now and ball it up. The umpire bounces the ball, up they go. The amateurs come through and get the tap down through Mark Bent. It goes out there to a running teammate through the agency there of Westwood. He kicks it down towards the half forward line, down towards the forward pocket it goes now, close to the boundary line, over and out. By gee, these numbers, the green on the amateurs is very hard to pick up on that far side of the ground, Paul.
Yes, they are a bit. They blend in, don't they? They can't really detect them that well.
Right, the boundary line throwing, a big ruckman for Werribee Centrals, and Cunningham gets it down and kicked out here towards the half-back line. It's all Werribee Centrals. He's on his own. He's got about 10 metres to spare. He has one bounce, runs through towards it, kicks it down towards the wing. Players set themselves. Over the back of the pack it goes. Picked up by amateurs. They handball it towards the boundary line. Over the line he runs, and we'll have a throw in. Strong play there for Werribee Centrals by Mick Foster. Right, the throw in. Up they go. Amateurs tap the ball over the back through their big ruckman in Bent. Across it goes to a teammate there in Wayne Kirby. He kicks the ball down towards the half-forward line. Picked up out there for amateurs on the half-forward flank. A chip kick in toward, straight across towards the other half-forward flank. Sees amateurs in the van here. He's having trouble picking the ball up. Pushing the back for mine. Yes, the umpire's seen that. And the free kick goes to amateurs right on the boundary line, about 40 metres out from goal. And it will be taken for them by Peter Klingon. I tell you what, the side that was in the paper is not like the numbers that I've got at the moment. Because right, Klinger now comes in, has a shot for goal, a nice kick too, across the face of goal. The big fellow there for amateurs takes a nice mark. Werribee Central's behind, tried to outmark him, but instead of punching the ball away, and it looks like number 38, is it, away over there in Dion Beattie. Beattie now comes in, shoots for goal and has brought up 6 points. The first score for the afternoon, or the late morning I should say here, and Geelong Amateurs go to 1 goal, 6 points. Werribee Central's yet to score, and we've been travelling just on 3 minutes into this, the first quarter. Brought to you by Guest Video Productions.
It's a good start.
Yes, a good start to the amateur side.
Amateurs have to be favourites, wouldn't they?
Yes, I think they would be, Paul. I think they've gone straight in. They've had the week's rest. Both sides have got very tall ruckmen there in the centre, in Cunningham for Werribee Centrals and Bent for Amateurs. There's not much difference in their height, so whoever gets to the ball first. Right, the bounce of the ball tapped away by South Barn. It goes down towards by Amateurs. Goes down towards their centre forward. Werribee Centrals here, desperately trying to get the ball out of here, but the umpire are moving and ball it up. Right, the bounce of the ball picked up here by Werribee Centrals. Kick forward down towards their forward line. Out towards the pocket it goes. Players racing for the ball here, but it beats them across the line and we'll have a throw in. Right, the boundary line throw in. Amateurs can tap the ball out. Being held without the ball, Amateurs couldn't, no free kick played. The scrambly playing, the umpire moving and ball it up.
Bit of a calm start to the game.
Yes, it's
only early yet.
A little bit scrambly. Yes, as you say, a little bit early. It'll take him a few minutes to settle down. The bounce of the ball, big bent goes up, thumps the ball wide for the amateur side out towards a 50-metre line. Picked up, being held without the ball there is the Amateurs player, and he'll take the free kick out there on the half-back flank. Right, he plays on now, runs in towards centre half-back, has one bounce, kicks straight across the ground towards the wing, where a nice chest mark taken for Amateurs here, right in front of us by the big fella there in Mark Rogers. Rogers kicks into the man on the mark. He gets the ball now. He's still playing on. He's good enough. He picks it up, kicks it back, but straight to Werribee Centrals. Oh, he plays on. He's caught from behind that player. Werribee Centrals picked the ball up. Strong play here. Nice hip and shoulder there by the Amateurs player. Picked up for Werribee Centrals, but a bad kick. He meant to pass it round the boundary line, instead of over it, and the free kick goes to Amateurs to be taken by Wayne Kirby. Kirby now centres the ball towards centre half forward. Werribee Centrals there taking a lovely mark through the agency of Cunningham. Cunningham now kicks the ball towards the centre of the ground, looking for a teammate there. Over the back of the pack, it's Amateurs with quick handballs. See it come out, transferred the ball down towards the half forward line, and another mark taken from down there by Mark Rogers. Rogers quickly plays on down towards the forward pocket. The defence of Werribee take the ball towards the line and over, and we'll have a throw in. Right, the boundary umpire with the ball down in the forward pocket for the amateur side. The two big ruckmen go. It goes over the back, thumped away for Werribee Centrals by Simon Smith. Picked up here for Werribee Centrals and kicked down towards the centre wing, where a nice mark taken out there for Werribee Centrals by Rick Field. He plays on quickly, has one bounce, two bounces, runs towards centre half forward, chips the ball across the centre half forward, but he puts his player under pressure there. Players dive on the ball. Someone's got to push in the back, and Amateurs will receive the free kick. Right, it's centre half back now. Amateurs will be very lucky there. I think the umpire was looking in the opposite direction, or else it's the wrong player taking the ball. It was, luckily for Werribee Centrals. Could have been 50 metres there. Amateurs play on quickly, kick the ball out towards the wing. Up they fly, tapped down by the Werribee defence. Picked up here by Werribee. A kick down towards centre half forward. Players set themselves. Bouncing ball over the back of the pack. Good play by the Amateurs defence. Scoop the ball out. A quick kick out favours Werribee Central. The bounce of the ball didn't. Good play by Amateurs coming through strongly here. Kicked the ball around the wing. Too wide and over and out. And that was kicked by Richie Condi. Right, the free kick to be taken for Werribee Centrals here by Joel Wilson. He kicks the ball down towards the half-forward flank. Players set themselves over the back of the pack. Werribee Central couldn't take the mark. This scrambly plays, and the umpire should move in and ball it up. Right, the bounce of the ball now. Thumped across the line by the big Amateurs ruckman in Bent, and we'll have a throw in. Not very good, Paul. The GDFL executive walking past us with steak sandwiches and everything. They didn't even offer us one.
No, we wouldn't get it, I think.
Right, the boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Bent gets a tap down, but it's rove well by Werribee Centrals. A chip kick forward for them by Simon Smith. Sees it go down towards the forward line and over the line and out of bounds right beside the point post. We've been travelling 8 minutes into this, the first quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. The scoreboard is Geelong Amateurs 1 goal straight, Werribee Central's yet to score. The boundary line throwing, the big fella gets the tap down again in Bent, close to the boundary line, and we'll have another throw in. Right, the boundary line throwing, up they go, over the back come Werribee Centrals, thump the ball forward towards the goal square, but the defence of the Amateurs, good anticipation here for Werribee Centrals and a flying shot for goal, but it's gone too wide there by Mark Bunworth, and the free kick down there to be taken for Amateurs, and it'll be taken by Robert Keane. Right, we've been going just on 9 minutes here into this first quarter. Right, kicked in there by Robert Keane out towards the 50-metre line. Up they go. Werribee Centrals couldn't take the mark. The ball hits the ground. Scrambly play out there, and the umpire will move in and ball it up.
I think it's our offside. It's just arrived, Barry.
Yes, I see Noel stick his head now. A free kick being paid to Werribee, to Amateurs. They play on quickly, deliver the ball right out here to the opposite side of the ground. A nice mark taken for Amateurs out here by Justin Gillies. Gillies now runs around one, handballs to a teammate here, Chris Yeh. Yeh down towards the centre half forward, but a nice mark in defence taken for Werribee Centrals down there at centre half back. Right, he goes out the far side of the ground, kicks it down, comes bouncing ball, comes down towards centre half forward. Amateurs coming through from defence, pick it up. Good play there by the Amateurs defence through the agency of number 60 and Andy McClure. Thump forward for Amateurs in towards the centre, picked up by Big Bent. He runs through the centre, kicks down towards centre half forward. Bit of pushing and shoving by the Amateurs forwards there. They got away with it. Good handball out in the open by the Werribee defence. They come out towards his half back line, tapped off the ground at 50-metre line. Amateurs picked up well. A flying kick down towards the goal square here for them by Justin Gillies, close to the boundary line, over and out, and we'll have a throw in.
Here is Ronnie Brain.
Right, the throwing down the forward pocket, thumped forward by the Amateurs. Amateurs side picked up here and flying shot for goal for Amateurs, and he brings up 6 points too, and that come off the boot of John Ryan, brings Amateurs up to 2 goals straight at 12. Werribee Central yet to score, and we've been going 10.5 minutes into this, the first quarter. Right now we're waiting on the boundary umpires to bring the ball back to the centre of the ground. The Guest Video Production scoreboard just showed Amateurs on 2 goals, Werribee Central's yet to score. A bounce of the ball in the centre, up they go. Big, neither ruckman can tap out. Werribee Centrals pick it up here through the agency of Rick Field. He's kick out towards half forward, marked by Amateurs. Play on the umpire calls. Werribee Centrals tap the ball forward. Player caught there, the ball spills free. Out it goes wide. Werribee Centrals desperately trying to get this ball forward. A quick handball out to the half forward line, a chip kick forward, and a nice mark taken for Werribee Centrals here by Mick Foster. Foster now would be no more than 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Right, this kick for goal comes across the face of the goal, right across the face of the goal, over the line and out on the full, and Amateurs take the resultant free kick, and this will be taken for him by Andy McClure. Right, McClure in the back pocket now. Kicks the ball out towards the 50-metre line. Players jostling there. Big Bent couldn't take the mark. He taps the ball wide to a teammate there, but it beats him across the line, and we'll have a throw in. Right, the boundary umpire with the ball now. Lovely throw in, long throw in too, beats the ruckman, tap forward here, Werribee Centrals with quick handball, comes out where we see picked up for Werribee Centrals and kicked forward by Craig Darlow, down towards the forward pocket, but unfortunately they're kicking the ball wide, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Right, the boundary umpire with the ball in the forward pocket now. throws it in. Werribee Central's, but Amateurs get the Shark to tap out. Kick the ball wide, picked up out there for Werribee Central's, and a shot, quick shot towards the goal line by Callaghan, but his shot is high, wide and handsome, over the line and out of bounds, and we'll have to have another throw in.
Just can't register a score, can they?
No, they're doing a lot of attacking, but unfortunately they're keeping it over in their far pocket, and it's about 3 gone out of bounds on the 4. Right, the kick in now from the defence. Sees the ball go out to the 50-metre line. Amateurs out there. Werribee Central on the bottom of the pack. Scrambly play. Oh, the umpires pinged him for holding the ball. I thought he was a little bit hot there. And a 50-metre penalty to boot, and which will bring Amateurs from the half-back line down to their half-forward line. I thought he was a little bit harsh on that Werribee Central's player then. Right, now Amateurs with the ball out on the far side of the ground. Kick the ball down towards the forward pocket. Players up over the top, and a lovely mark for Amateurs taken down there by number 22, and this is Mark Rogers. Rogers would be about 40 to 45 metres out, practically directly in front. Comes in now. Kicks the ball high, floating towards the goal line, and a nice mark taken for Werribee Central's by the big ruckman in Cunningham. Cunningham transfers the ball round towards the grandstand side. Over the 50-metre line it comes. Werribee Central run onto this ball. Lovely pick up there by Werribee Central's, and kick forward for him by Shane Callaghan. But Amateurs strong in defence have taken a mark here on the centre wing. Amateurs now kick the ball down towards the half-forward line. That come off the boot of Rick Starzek. It goes down towards the 50-metre line. Picked up and kicked forward for Amateurs here by Richie Condon. Over the 50-metre line. Werribee Central, the big ruckman in Cunningham gets the ball. Chips it in towards the centre of the ground, where we see the mark spilt there for Werribee Central's by Shane Callaghan. Players dive on the ball. Amateurs trying to get this ball out, but no one can. The umpire moves in and will ball it up. Right, the bounce of the ball. Up they go. Big Bent gets it, taps it over the back. A quick kick forward for the Amateur side there by Richie Condon. Down towards centre half forward, but good defensive play here by Werribee Centrals. He has 1 bounce, 2 bounces. Going through the centre is Rick Field. Kicks it over towards the half forward line. Over the back of the pack he goes. A race for the ball here. Sees Werribee Centrals in front. They pick it up, but he gets around one opponent. Kicks into the next one. Ball comes down. Kicked off the ground here by the Amateurs defence. Comes out to the half back line. A quick kick down towards the centre of the ground. Werribee Centrals pick the ball up, dodge around one, a quick handball to a teammate, chips the ball back in field, where a nice mark taken from him here by David Dowling. Dowling transfers the ball down towards the forward pocket. Teammate here, a handball, but a low handball, and his teammate couldn't pick it up. Picked up and kicked forward by the Amateurs, out here to the half-back line. Picked up for Amateurs and kicked forward by John Ryan. The ball goes close to the boundary line. First onto it is the Werribee Central's player. He couldn't control it. He got help from a teammate in there. They're bringing the ball around the boundary line. Good shepherding there by Werribee Central. Sees the ball go down towards their half-forward line. Over the back of the pack, over the line and out, and we'll have a throw-in. That was good play for Werribee Centrals there by number 38 and Peter Davis here on the half-back line to see that ball come down field. The boundary line throwing. Big Bent in there in Cunningham. Bent gets a tap down. Shark by Werribee Centrals and kick forward from by Hart. Down towards the forward pocket. Slipping and sliding down there as players, Werribee Centrals trying to get this ball out. Amateurs dive on the ball, desperation down there. Picked up for Werribee Centrals. A quick kick across the face of the goal. A race for the ball here. Sees Werribee Centrals pick it up. A screw kick over his shoulder here by Brad Miller. But again, the ball is over and out, and we'll have a free kick to the amateur side. We've been travelling just on 16 and a half minutes into this, the first quarter. Brought to you by Guest Video Productions, where we see the score. Amateurs 2 goals straight. Werribee Central's yet to score. Right, the ball kicked in out there across towards the 50-metre line. Coming through for Werribee Central strongly there was number 24 in Rickfield, but his handball was smothered and goes across the line, and we'll have another throw in. Right, the boundary umpire with the ball out on the far side of the ground. Ruckman, the big Bent taps it over, but it's Werribee Centrals who get it. A quick shot here towards the goal line. I tell you what, he's not going to be far away this time. And 1 goal is the result. And I'll pick that player up as he runs back towards the centre. Anyway, the scoreboard shows Geelong Amateurs on 2 goals straight. 12 points. Werribee Central's 1 goal straight, 6. And that goal came up at the 17.5-minute mark of the first quarter. And it was kicked by, if you'll turn round, In the centre of the ground there, number 33 for Werribee Centrals, and that's Pat Curtin. That's the centreman right down the forward pocket to get that goal. The bounce of the ball, a lovely bounce in the centre. Up they go. Big Bent gets a tap down. Shark by Amateurs, but he's dispossessed there of the ball, but the umpire will move in and ball it up. Right, the bounce of the ball right in the centre of the ground. Werribee Centrals get the tap out, tap it forward, where we see picked up here for Werribee Centrals by Craig Hart. Now it's transferred across where David Dowling kicks it down. A lovely kick towards, I tell you what, it's going to beat the pack, and it's another 6-pointer. Yes, David Dowling brings up his first goal for the late morning, and Werribee Central second, and we've got a tied-up ball game here with Geelong Amateurs on 2 goals straight 12, Werribee Central's 2 goals straight 12 at the 18.5-minute mark of the first quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. Let's breathe a bit of life back into the game now, Paul. 2 goals, 2 quick goals there by Werribee Centrals, and we're all tied up. Hey, what's this caper? We're on the pies, aren't we? We've tossed the headset away. Right, a free kick to Werribee Centrals. Cunningham in the centre of the ground. He kicks it down, but a nice mark taken in defence for the Geelong Amateurs, and I think this is Andy McClure. He kicks the ball out wide, but it'll beat all players across the line, and we'll have a throw in right here on the centre wing, just beside the interchange bench. Boundary umpire with the ball. The 2 big ruckmen, Benton Cunningham, jostling for position. The boundary umpire's throw is too long again for him. A quick handball here sees Geelong Amateurs tap the ball forward. Picked up here for Geelong Amateurs and kicked forward by Peter Klingman. His kick goes down, but good strong defensive play here and a push in the back to Werribee Centrals, and they take the free kick, and this is to be taken for them by Tom Chamberlain. Chamberlain kicks the ball towards the centre of the ground, looking for the big fella there, and he doesn't let him in. Down Cunningham, a quick handball to a running teammate who kicks the ball down towards the forward pocket. Over the heads of the players it goes. Racing for the ball here for Amateurs is McClure. His kick goes wide, out of bounds on the full, and the free kick to be taken out there for Werribee Centrals. Right now, the big fella out there right on the boundary line for Werribee Centrals comes in, has a shot for goal, floats it towards the goal square, and a nice touch through, and 1 point is the result, and we see Werribee Centrals now go to 2 goals 1-13, Geelong Amateurs on 2 straight goals at 12. Right, we've been travelling just on 20 minutes into this, the first quarter here at the Western Oval for this reserve grade grand final of the Geelong District Football League Division 1. And a nice mark taken on the 50-metre mark, 50-metre line for Geelong Amateurs by Big Bent. Bent now kicks the ball down towards the centre wing. Players set themselves. Werribee Central spoil each other, but the umpires picked out a mark, and it's been taken by the big fella in Cunningham. Cunningham plays on quickly, kicks the ball across towards centre half forward. Tap down here, we see Werribee Central try to barge their way through. He's got through 2 players, and a flying shot for goal by that player there in number 11 in David Jago, but the ball has gone out of bounds on the full, and we'll have a free kick to the Amateurs. Free kick to be taken for them down there by number 45, and that is Robert Keane. Interchange being made here. See on warming up on the bench for the amateur side is number 25 in Mick Woolar. Right, the kick comes out towards the centre 50-metre line. Werribee Central's trying to bring the ball back in. Tapped by Amateurs, picked up by Werribee Central. A long handball across to a teammate there. He dodges around one, kicks the ball forward, and that was Craig Darlow. Picked up here, and Werribee Central screw the ball back towards centre half forward. Players set themselves, and a nice mark taken there under some pressure by the Werribee Central's player. Picks himself up there and go back to take his kick, and this is Craig Hart. Hart now be no more than 40 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. Comes in now, has a shot for goal, and he's put it straight through the centre. That's his first goal for the afternoon, and Werribee Central's third. They go to 3 goals 1-19, Geelong Amateurs 2 goals straight 12, and that goal come up at the 22-minute mark of the first quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. I think Werribee got a little wind advantage. Right, waiting for the central umpire to bounce the ball back in the centre. The two big ruckmen still in there. Cunningham for Werribee Centrals, Bent for Amateurs. Up they go. Bent thumps the ball forward, thumps it forward again, gets it down towards the 50-metre line. Picked up here for Werribee Centrals in defence. The handball, they're getting themselves into trouble at the moment with handball. Scrambly play and the umpire will move in and ball it up. Right, the umpire with the ball now, bounces it. The bounce favours Bent. He gets it backhanded, tapped down, but it's shucked by Werribee Rovers again. Tried to be tapped out here by the Amateurs. A handball, a high handball, but sees Werribee Central with the ball. Come across the half-back line here. Kick the ball down towards the wing. Players here leading for the ball. Werribee Central's trapped the ball. A quick handball back inboard to a teammate there in the agency of Hart. Hart's caught. Amateurs picked the ball up. A handball out by Amateurs. White finds his teammate there in Ryan. Ryan kicks it down where it's picked up here for them by Klingon. He kicks down towards the forward pocket. Players set themselves. Strong defence here by Werribee Central through Morley. Morley runs across towards the back pocket. Kicks the ball out towards the 50-metre line. Players set themselves in front, taking a nice overhead mark there for Amateurs is John Ryan. Ryan now kicks the ball down towards the forward line. Players set themselves down there up in front of the pack, Werribee Centrals, and they pull down a good overhead mark. And this is the big ruckman in Cunningham again. He started the game off quite well for Werribee Centrals here this afternoon. His kick comes out over the 50-metre line. Up they go. Tap forward by Big Bent for the Amateur side. A quick kick forward by Amateurs. See the ball go down towards the forward, centre forward. Strong play here by Werribee Centrals in Brendan Wallace. Clears the ball out to the wing. Out there, Werribee Centrals pick up the bouncing ball out on the centre wing. Chip the ball down towards centre forward. Knocked away from Werribee Centrals there by the Amateurs defence and taken across the line, and we'll have a throw in. It was knocked away by Mick Woolahan over there on the half back flank. Right, the boundary line throw in. Players over the back of the pack. It comes tap forward by Werribee Centrals, further forward by Werribee Centrals. A handball out there to a player right on the boundary line. He kicks the ball back inboard in towards the corridor. Players jostling there. Werribee Centrals couldn't take the mark. Amateurs on the bottom of the pack. No one can get possession of the ball, and the umpire will move in and ball it up. And we've been going just on 25 minutes into this, the first quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. The umpire bounces the ball no more than 40 metres out. Big Bent goes up. He couldn't get it. Amateurs tried to kick the ball off the ground. Bent's in there again for the Amateur side. And over the... I thought you were a bit hot on him there, umpire. The player was all over the top of him, and he's been pinged for not trying to get the ball out, and Amateurs take the resultant free kick. Right, it kicked into the man on the mark there. Werribee Centrals dive under the ball, throw the ball out to a teammate out there. He kicks the ball down and he's dumped after he kicks the ball. Yes, good umpiring there, and the ball goes down directly in front, about 15 metres out from goal, and it will be taken for... no, he's putting him on an angle. Werribee Centrals here lining up. This will be a handy goal at the late stages of this, the first quarter. Oh, he kicked the ball high, wide and handsome, and 1 point as the result. Takes Werribee Central on to 3 goals to 20. Geelong Amateurs 2 goals straight. A very bad miss there by that Werribee Central's player. Could be a costly miss as the day goes on. And that shot was taken for him by Mark Bunworth. And... by the paper yesterday, he's their full forward, Paul. Well, the kicking by him is not a very good kick, and it's marked here for Werribee Centrals about 40 metres out from goal, right on the siren to end the first quarter here. And to line up and have a shot will be Mick Foster for the Werribee Central side. This will be a handy goal. Give him a 2-goal break if he can get this one. Notice the big fella, Bent's gone on the mark. Give a bit of height on the mark, he believes. Make him kick the ball a bit higher. Right now, Foster comes in. Has a shot for goal, drifting across the face of goal, and 1 point is the result. So at the end of the first quarter, we have Werribee Centrals on 3 goals, 3-21. Geelong Amateurs 2 straight goals, 2. And that quarter was brought to you by Guest Video Productions. And Amateurs... Werribee Centrals with a 9-point advantage at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a short break and be back for the second quarter of this reserve grade grand final of the Geelong District Football League Division 1 grand final.